How do again? Okay. Right. It's gonna be a quick one because I want to. There's a couple of live streams going to be going on. I want to catch hold of. First things first. I could slowly turn into an alcoholic, but this isn't quite strong enough. This stuff. So we're back on this stuff again. Same idea. It's too hot in the UK. This is the hottest it's been today, and I've had to work outside in it all day. It's a bit evil. I've been trying to ignore it. I normally can cope quite well with the heat. Anyway, so this is going to be a quick one. I've done a few finishing touches and some changes on the labeling. The labeling you can do yourself, but and I've had to alter the design on the screen. Basically, the grid is that way. I've had to alter it just so we get two flat edges, one here and one over here against this. Reason being, when I start laying it out here, I've got this. Hang on, let's do a top view without the right. So this is the area where I'm going to set up the G-code. So it looks like we've got three individual items that are different. Got the base, and the middle, or the middle tiers, and the top. So obviously if you want more tiers, you just redo the middle one, do a few of them. Now the only thing is these all have to be flipped over. So you've got the exploded models, and I'll have the underneath, and then the upper side of it. So basically there's going to be 3 G-codes for each tier, and I've got to make a bit of a jig. These registry holes here I told you about, I need to flip it, so I don't know whether to flip it from that way around to that way or turn it like that. You can either have it so these handles are there and there, or keep it the same and then flip it around. I'm not sure if it matters as long as I keep it in the same position. So these 6mm holes, I've got to make some 6mm, drill and tap some 6mm into my spoil board on my CNC. So it's got to be very accurate. Obviously, any slight blemish or inaccuracy will throw out the G-code when you flip it. So that's going to be interesting. I try and avoid it if possible. It's a bit like a PCB where you do a single-sided and a double-sided. I did some isolation routing and I had to flip it, and to get the two tracks and pads to line up was quite difficult. So you have to use a few tricks. These pins, registry pins. Anyway, going back to the main, I'll show you the changes I've done. It's not many changes. It's just a little bit. Yeah, so I've changed it again. Yeah, I know, crazy. Right, so I'm halfway through changing it. So what I've done now is I've beveled this edge here and this one, and because I beveled the cover and the tiers, the base didn't look right just being straight. So I bevel that to match it, and I think that's an happy medium. And that gives me access here. If you want to load them, then you need some nice access. Anyway, I've done these arrows as well on the label. I mean, Yeah, so basically, when I move this around, the first thing that faces you is this bit here. So this is actually tier C. It's going to be changed. I'm going to call it 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll have levels, a bit like, like a lift or a building. Level 1, as you go lower, it'll raise up. So we go level 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be really minus levels, but there's no plus levels. Not exactly like a lift. So, and you can go as many as you want. And as you can see, I've started changing the labels to A, B, C, D, E, F there, G. That's as far as I got. So I'll carry on with that in a bit. Now this'll, if you go on Excel or Open Office or LibreOffice spreadsheet, the rows going down are numbered, and the columns are alphabet. So goes A, B, C, so on and so forth. Now I've only got 23. Actually, that's an idea. Just had a thought, actually. I've only got 1 to 23. So I haven't got 26 letters of the alphabet. But I know the Greek alphabet has 23. 23 symbols in the Greek alphabet. So, that's an idea, actually. It's up to the preference of the user at the end of the day. It's just for me to demonstrate. Just because with these segments, we've got 23, so it would make sense. So you could have alpha, beta, gamma. I can't remember some of them. Epsilon. Oh, delta, then epsilon. The epsilon. I don't even know the Greek alphabet. So, but I know it finishes at 23. I'm pretty sure it does. Anyway, so that might be an idea. Or we could just leave it A to finish up on whatever 23, the 23rd character is. Leave it like that. I might just go with that, actually. Because we're storing electronic components, and we'll see an omega sign. Or ohm. It might be confusing. Yeah, so it's a good idea, but sometimes you have to let the good idea pass. So we'll stop a couple of characters short of the full alphabet. Well, the English alphabet, whatever that is. Right. Okay. Yeah. So bevel these edges. Put a little bit of a thing on there. SMD Carousel. This is all labeling, so you can do whatever you want with the labeling. The mat, I've managed to just get the mat to sit flush. That was bugging me. So basically, once the nut is in, I'll tell you what. Let me show this up by painting it. Right, I'll probably best to show you on painting it. Right, so that's a horrible colour, isn't it? With the dots. So yeah, so painting it, you can just see the recess. It's not a lot. I think it's whatever we had left, 0.75 of a mil. That's okay. So if you've got 1 mil thick rubber, you'd have 0.25 sticking up. So, and that rubber should sit flush here. Now the mat, I don't want to stick it in. I just want it a bit like a spoil board where you can change it if you want. So I'll probably laser cut. So these is 160 diameter. So I'll probably just have them throw away. It could even be made of silicon. I might even use silicon and just so it's possible to solder manual solder on it as well. So probably silicon. Anyway, let's undo the colour changes. Okay. Right, so that's the changes. The bearing stack and everything else was the same. There's your bearing stack. So each tier joins up. You've heard all that before. The only other change I did is the feet were offset slightly. The feet, the rubber feet didn't actually line up on the old one. Now they line up bang on. And I've decided to go with 3 feet. 3 rubber feet. The reason is because it's round, it's a bit like a tripod then. I don't know if it gives me more stability, but on a slightly uneven surface, it will give you more stability than having 4. I've put the 2 at the front and the 1 at the back. Now the idea is when you're operating this round and then you've got your circuit board on here. Hang on, let's just have that one there, that one. Yeah, you can see an extra one there. Oh, because that's the other one. I didn't include that. Alright, hang on, let's just put them all on it. Let's just hide this. We're going to hide that onto new design. No slots, that's the one. New design, no slots. Alright, let's just go with that minute here. Okay. Right, so yeah, we got so when you're working on it, you can lean on it a bit, so you can rest your hands on here, and because you got the 2 at the front, it should be able to take the pressure easy. If you did, because you know it's a bit like a keyboard rest basically. And again, you can have these as many tiers as you want. If it's too high, if you make this and it's too high and you don't like the comfort, you can drop it down. Depends how many bits you got. So you can just get away with, well, you can get away with actually just 1 and a lid if you want to. 1 and a lid. I don't know if it would match up. You could definitely get away with 1, the base and a single tier and the cover lid. So that'll reduce it a lot. So basically that's going to give you a total height, not including the, hang on, not including the, so that's 29.6. So yeah, so just 30 mil high, just over 30 mil, 32, whatever, 33.9 mil. So yeah, instead of what the size you got now, let's have a look. Yeah, it's 54.2. So plus another 4 mil, or whatever the feet are. Depends on the feet you use. Did I make them 4 mil? 3 mil, so 4 mil in total. Yeah, so it'll be about 32 mil with 1 tier. With all these tiers, 3 tiers plus the base. Don't forget the base is a tier really. It's slightly different design. So yeah, it'll be like 50 odd. So until we make one and try to use it, we won't really know what it's like. So the mat will just sit in the groove here, and you can throw it away and put a new one in when you're ready, if you want to. Right. I haven't done any more changes, so it's just the bevel. And I started laying it out. Yeah, oh yeah, I've got carry on labeling these A, B, C, D. So you could have a spreadsheet, and you could fill out your spreadsheet. So A1 contains, which is this level. Actually, let's change that now before it's getting confusing. Hang on. Right, let's. I've got more. Right, let's get rid of these. Right, and the rubber mat. Yeah, let's just change these now. It's a bit laborious changing these. Yeah, I've got to do a few changes. So let's just get into this. So it's going to be not A anymore. It's going to be 1. We've got this error as well. So we're going to change that to 1. Now, for some reason, when it generates these characters, you can't change it. Why is that so large there? Hey. A#2 definition. Right. Let's just have a look at what size it's. Has it gone back? I don't know why it's gone back to 4. I think it's 3. Oops, that's no good. So we want 3, and we want to put in number 1. So this is level 1. Right, let's just bring that over here. Touch, that's it. Right, get rid of A. So we're having numbers now. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Gonna have a sip. Gonna have a sip of my drink. Oh, she's melting very quickly today. Yeah. Okay, same again. Here we go. So this will be 2. Go on, you can do it. Oh, God, I hate it when it does stuff like this. Right, anyway. Get rid of the B. Change the colour. Why they make it grey? Well, it's the default for an object, isn't it? Anyway, so that's that. So 1, 2. So all my videos where I describe, some of the early videos where I describe ABC. It's going to seem a bit weird now, but so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is very hot in the UK. Totally too hot. But hopefully it's going to rain. They say it's going to rain tomorrow. Somebody said. I can't see it myself, but anyway. So 1, 2, 3, last one. Okay, and this is 4. 4. Okay. Yeah, so God, it is warm today. I've got the fan on and I'm in my normal, where it's normally very cool, and it's still hot, so anyway, right. Let's give that a save. So we've got our new setup to match a spreadsheet. Now I want to do a spreadsheet, so I want to when I want to build certain things. I mean, you could specify an order, couldn't you? You could have a list. If you have it all in a spreadsheet, so A1 contains what, say 220 ohm, 08, 05, 06, 04 resistors, and B contains 1K, and 2K2, 4K7, 10K. That's really the only ones I really use. Don't really use 100K. I suppose we'll have some 100K, but I don't really use 100K at the minute. See, you'd start off designing your circuit board. Let's have attack module. You start off by putting certain things on it. Like I start with the small stuff first. So you've just solder pasted your board, you've got your board on. And I want to put the resistors on probably. So it makes sense to be able to, rather than just go sequentially and go your resistors round here, and you'll be constantly moving back and forth. So what you could do is you could spread them. So you could put A into there, then you could put B into, so your A is taken up there. So you could move this slot over to another one of these, A or B, whichever one, to get access. You can get access to this one through the cover. Then you can't get access to this row, but you can access the bottom row. But this row can then be accessed. Can it be accessed? I'll have to try it in a minute. We'll try it. Tell you what, we'll try it in a minute now. Right, let's just simulate that then. Right, so get rid of that minute. I saved it, haven't I? So let's just right, I'm going to turn this row. I'll have to go towards this direction because that's I've only partially labelled them up. So let's try it. Got the sniffles. Oh dear. Right, so I've got that one. I'm gonna is that right? No, what's going on here? Oh, because I'm trying to reference it. Yeah, is that the right one? So I want to turn. I've got to start off on a thing. Yeah, so I want to get into A. So I'll get into A. Is that snapping? I can't tell. Yeah. Let's just have a quick look around. Yeah, so that's, so I can get to level 1A. Okay, then this one here is being, there's nothing to get out of there. So what we can do, actually you could turn, yeah. So that would be my 220 ohm 604 resistor. Or say for instance 220 ohm resistor in this pocket or bin. We'll call it a bin, shall we? So 1A is a 220 ohm resistor, and then we're going to go to, what I'm trying to do is find out, I can leave that where it is, and then I can open up another one. So I need to, let's suppose I want to put so yeah, so the first row, the gap has moved to 23, which is going to be 23rd letter of the alphabet, level 2. Oh, that's pretty handy, isn't it? Look at that. That's an unexpected side effect, or I'd never thought about it. You can look in the gap of this one, and you can see level 2 still, and you can access that bin. So that's good. That is good, because I can access it. I look at this and I go, I'm on level 1A, and this one's just giving me to, I ought to finish the characters off, say to, hang on, what's the 20? X, Y, Z, Z, Y, X. So X, I suppose X. So 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. X, Y, Z. What I can't do the alphabet in reverse. Been from primary school for too long. Plus my brain's not working right. Got heat stroke probably. Anyway. So well, you can see what I'm saying. And I can see that because it's clear. I can see that I can access the bin at 2. And I haven't actually done anything. So by moving this once in that direction to bring me up A, it's given me access to 220 ohm resistor and a 1K. Now, okay, so let's see what else we've done. That's just one movement. It's given me access to 2 bins. So really, you could store, to be quick, if you wanted to be quick, instead of keeping spinning this every few minutes, you could create your spreadsheet. It basically must be a formula for this. We probably could do a simulator, or you just could write a little program actually that just little database kind of program telling you could keep your quantities and stuff, and then you could yeah, basically you could work out where tell you where your next bin's going to be. So if I was doing my resistors first, I'll just move that to there, and I've got access to 220 ohms and 1K. So I'd leave that where it is then, because the less movement the better, quicker. If you're trying to do speed, pick and place. Okay, so then we go, we'd have to move this one now, because that one, 4, is pointing at the infill. So we want to move that so we can either go left or right, actually, doesn't matter. But it makes sense. Actually, this one is going to give us, yeah, the first movement from there to there has given us access to 2 bays. Alright, and we leave the middle bay as it is. Otherwise that'll just move again. And this number 4, no, it's not number 4, is it? It's number 3, real. If we move that again, let's just try and move it, yeah. Right, let's try and move it. Okay. Right, let's see where we got to move it to. So I don't want to spend a lot of time spinning it all the way around, so it makes sense just to spin it back. A bit like a Rubik's Cube, you can go forward 1, back another. So to be quick and less clicking, I'd move that to there. Okay. Now let's see what that's done to us. What's that done? So that's I've got access to 1, 2, 3, 4 bins. So 220 ohm, 1K, 2K2, 4K7. So with just 2 movements, I've got access to 4 bins, and that's what the imprint looks like. Yeah, so just put this one, top one forward a click, and the bottom one backward a click. Alright, so it's gets interesting. That gets interesting. So if I put my resistors on first, it makes sense to put my resistors around this area here. Okay. And once I've finished up the resistors, now would I pick, if I was pick and place loads, would I pick and place? Yeah, I suppose you could have a complete board on it if you wanted. I'll just do individuals, but If you wanted to do more than one, you could leave it where it is and just pick and place. So you go down the levels, one, it's actually going up, but it's really down. Going, think of the minus, two, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going down the levels, and you could be going, well, you're going down the levels, but they're going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could have your resistor values going up as well, just to keep it logical. So right, so we've got that pattern. So we've got one. Really, we should fill a spreadsheet up here, shouldn't we? We should fill in the spreadsheet. Let's do that. Right. Reconnection successful. Right, okay. Right, so something's happened there. It's reconnected. Right, anyway. I might have messed up there, Right, so let's just get this up here. Right, so we've got, this represents our reel. Hang on. Yeah, so we've got A1. So in there, we'd put in 220 ohms. Okay. 220R. So the next one would be A1. So then we've got B. God, hang on. Which one have we got now? Let's have a look. We've got 2. Hang on, let's find out. I've lost my thing, haven't I? Hang on, sorry. Right. Let's see what the, so we got. Right, so X, Z, so come back 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 25, 26, 25, 24. So W is going to be our last one. Okay, W. So in W, 2W. Now this could get a bit weird. Or is it best? Yeah, we've got to move it that way. So in W, we'd have 1K, 1K. 1K resistor in W. Okay, and we got in 3. So again in 3W, we'd have 3W. So yeah, go back to W. Oh, I've done that wrong, haven't I? Yeah, that should be in that one there, 1K. Not in there. Oh, delete all. What's this? Delete all, okay. Right, so in 3W, we have our 2K2. 2K2. And the final one would be in 4A. Yeah, 4A is going to be, okay, 4A, oh, I've got to get off the stream in a minute. So 4A, going back up to here, 4A would be what did I say it was? 4K7. 2K2, 4K7. And that's the 4. Okay. Oops. So then what would you have access to after? So if I did the opposite, so if I spun that one this way and this one that way, for instance, let's do that. I'll just do this bit and then we'll call it call it a thing. So yeah, so that one will have to be spun back. Oh, what am I doing? I'm on the wrong thing. Hang on. Go on, you can do it. Grab all that. Okay, so we want to spin this back the other way now, that way. That's it. And then we want to spin this one back the other way. So trying to do as least amount of turns as possible. And that one wants to go. Oh. I've done something wrong there. No. So I thought it'd come off the scale then. It doesn't, does it? No, it's okay. I thought I hadn't centered it when I spun it. Right, so now we've got another 4 bays available. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 4 bays available. And the configuration is the opposite, so it's that way and it was that way. Okay, so let's carry on. So we start again from the top. So first one is 1W. I haven't changed that yet. So 1W would be the next value. 1W. Okay. 1W. Where are you? Ah, here we go. So we're actually accessing 1W now. Yeah, row 1 and W. So I think it was 4K7 the last one. So this one will be a 10K resistor. 10K. Okay, so we've got a 10K there. The problem is I'm running out. Let's do 100K. I'm running out of. Right, so the next one will be 2A. So the next one will be 2A. So 2A. 2A, that's it there, is going to be 100K. 100K resistor. I don't normally go any more values than this for the digital logic. Got 4K7 pull up, maybe some RS. I'm trying to go up in value, so it doesn't matter. I'll just put some arbitrary values in. I'll put a 1 mega ohm. Why not? I'll tell you what, I'll put 8K2. I know it's not in the right place anymore, but right. So the next one is 3A. So 3A. There's 3A, and that's going to be a 1 meg. 1 mega ohm. Okay, we've got one more left. We'll put them out of sequence. It's 4W. 4W. So basically we've got, so that's it. It's the only one left. Look, 4W, and let's make it an 8K2. It's out of sequence, but you could always change the sequence if you want to. We haven't filled it in yet. So I could either do that now, but I don't want to upset it. So we've noticed we filled A and W. Okay, so I better save that. Save. I'll do for now. Alright, okay. Okay, so you can see from just a few clicks, we've got access to 8 bins. Now, you could possibly pick your part from the wrong bin, but you know, that's down to, you could do that with anything, pick your part from the wrong bin. So that, is there an X one to this? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have a look if I'm still running. Let's just have a look if I'm still going. I just want to, because it did disconnect earlier. Live now. Okay, let's just have a look if I. Yeah, so we're still going proud. That's good. Okay, it did disconnect and said it did say it reconnected, so it did. Right, so we've got that idea. Now, what? How would you take it a stage further, or what would happen if I took it a stage further? So, by just moving one, say if I move this bottom one round another click, it would actually alter two. It would alter that bin and that bin. Yeah, let's just try that. So let's select that bottom layer. Actually, let's start from the top. I don't want to, in case I got to do the sequence. Right, so I go to there. Okay. Let's get it lined up. Alright. So I'm going to go back one. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's go back here. So go back one. Oops, come on, one. I can't see it. Snap into that one. It's not snapping to that one, is it? So it's, oh, snaps to that one. It should snap to that one. Oh, let's have a look. Not sure if that did it. No. Okay. So undo that. Try again. I think you've got to have it facing you if you want this to SketchUp to snap it to the right one. So we've got one there, and yeah, that's snapped. Okay, so you've just moved one row, and what that's done, what has it done? Yeah, it's give us access to B, and whatever came before, what comes before W. W. I can't do it. It's too hot. Let's go to the spreadsheet. That'll tell us. Right. So before W, V, VW, of course. So it's going to give us X. I should have labelled them up, shouldn't I? I should have carried on labeling them. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. So it's given us access to B now, and so 1B and 2V. Now, as the rest stay the same. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Oh no, it's has it moved? It's got to have moved, hasn't it? Oh no, I've only moved that one. So I've still got access to the other two. So I haven't changed access to any new ones, but if I move this one as well, I will, but let's say we've got the, it's a bit sporadic there, isn't it? So let's just go along with it then. These two are still giving me, this is two new bins. These are still the same bins. So let's just move the bottom in line with that. Okay, and see what we can do with it. Now, oh yeah, it needs to go that way, doesn't it? The same amount, because you don't want to keep going right round. You want the shortest possible. So, let's try it. So we need to bring this, I need to bring it back one. It was there, wasn't it? So we bring it back one this way, do we? That won't line up, will it? I've lost myself now. So I've clicked, I'm on to B. So what I've got to do really is to go to, is it that one? So I've gone from, oh my god, it gets confusing there. But I suppose they'll be labelled at what's in them, and then you can just see whether you got access to them. I was just trying to work out if there's any way of speeding up the pick and place. Have I done that wrong? So that one, oh no, I've done that wrong, haven't I? It's confusing. So I've gone 2 that way. I've gone anti-clock. I've gone clockwise or back. Now I've gone clockwise, and this one's gone anti-clockwise. It's gone too many in it. That's why I'm getting confused. It's gone too many. Yeah, so let's put it back. Hang on, undo. Right, let's just get it back to. Oh, that was the one. Yeah, I just need to go back to there. Yeah, well, done that wrong. I've moved it. Ah, did it again. As soon as I clicked it, it sunk to somewhere else. I think I must be running out of real estate. Hang on. Right, so go like that. Click. Yeah, that's done it this time. Anyway, I gotta wrap this up in a minute because I gotta go and watch a live stream. Unexpected Makers live stream 20 minutes ago. Missing it. Anyway, so we've got access now. Why have we got this so sporadic? I've got access to that and that. What do the handles look like there? They don't look right, do they? No. So it does need, this one does need to go. It does need to go. Hang on. One more, like I thought it did, yeah. It needs to go one more, so it gives us to follow the thing on a bit. Oh, it's done that again. Oh, I've just got to bring it round here so I can see it. Alright, okay. Is that it? So yeah, that's better, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So let's have a look what we got now. So we've got access to 1B and 2V. And we've got access to 3V, and we've got access to 4B. So just, almost you want to go plus and minus, A plus and A minus. So you've got your tiers, 1 to 4. And so you want A, B, C this way, plus A, B, C, D, and then you want minus A, B, C. But then it won't tally up with your spreadsheet. But you could always change your labels on your spreadsheet. Yeah, it's just pondering the ideas, you know. Anyway, so that'll give me more access. So in there you could put just whatever, and you go back to your spreadsheet. You've got 1B, 2V, 3V, and 4B. Yeah. Let's have a look what the thumb patterns look like. So yeah, so you've gone 2 clicks forward on this one. Click, click from the inline, and you've gone 2 clicks back on that one. So with your hands both either side, yeah. So the top and bottom stay the same, and you just click these, and they got the handles so you can hold on to them and to help it hold still while you move them if need be. So yeah, so minus. Yeah, I think we'll change. Good job I didn't go around and finish them off, wasn't it? So how can I represent into the minus. Like I go A plus, because what you don't want to do is write down that in 1B you've got so and so in it to the plus, and 1 minus B you've got something else. So you're going to go plus and minus, or clockwise and anti-clockwise. So it's a bit like having a load of trays, component trays, traditional tubs or with compartments, and you have to get them out of the cabinet. And you have to open them all up, and you know, have them all over your desk. This basically contains it all within a certain area. If you're running short of space, or well, I always run short of bench space. I do. It'd be nice to have a dedicated area like this. Yeah. So at the minute we've got quite a bit of storage, and we haven't even touched around the back yet. Lots of storage. I like the idea of that. So, okay, so I suppose I could carry the spreadsheet on a little bit. I'm running out of components, so could do capacitors. Let's go on capacitors. So actually, so we can say our resistors are stored at 1 click back. 1 click. Capacitors are stored at 2 clicks, front and back. So clockwise, anti-clockwise. So you could store various different types at various clicks. So that's 2 clicks. You could go 3 clicks for what's another common thing? Maybe inductors or transistors, FETs or something, little NPN transistors or FETs. But then you could. There's an old game that you play with string. I don't know if it's Origins. It's a Greek game. You get a shoestring or a piece of string. You tie it, and you put it in your hands, and you sort of hold the string, and you can do inverted and do different patterns in geometry. And the idea is you do one, and the other guy takes over, puts his fingers in, and then produces another one. And if that's successful, you go back to it and do another one. So you could use these clicks without thinking, basically. And if you know what your regular values are, you'll know you start on the tier from your bottom value, work down. So it should be possible eventually without referencing anything, just to click these in the right direction and pick out your bits and place them. But then, would you have uneven wear if you was, see, right around the back, what would you have then? You'd have, well, it's tempting just to do it like all resistors around here, all capacitors around there, all transistors around there, all regulators, you know, 3-volt through, you know, all different regulators, and then connectors and stuff around another one. But you'll be clicking all the way around and back and back and back and back. It's trying to do it quickly. I suppose the best way is to we'll build it. Now, do I go with A plus and A minus? That tells me the row I'm on. And that tells me the row I'm on. That one does. That tells me the row I'm on. And then you got the A plus and A minus. I suppose you could print your labels in different colours, but so do I want to put an A+ and an A-? I think so. Rather than just have A to Z. The reason being, we could set up a spreadsheet then. You could set up your spreadsheet like this. So you could, for instance, have your label. So if you start, we've got A to Z. So we could start the middle one. See, that's the only trouble, you got A to Z. So let's just start here. Let's just put a dummy label in. So we'll say we've got. So what's the center position going to be? It's going to be on 0, isn't it? So 0. We'll call that 0. And then we're going to go A+. And then we're going to go A-. Let's just center these. Hang on, center this stuff. Format cells, text, alignment, format now. Where's the alignment? Font, alignment, horizontal, center. Okay. Right, so we've got our A+, A-. So it'll be B+, B-. This is going to work. I'll come up with a numbering system. Because they start in the center, you start, let's bring this, undo all these rotations, undo, rotate, undo, rotate, undo, rotate, undo, rotate, undo, rotate, undo, rotate, undo, rotate. We're back to square one here. No pun intended. Back to square one. Yeah. Because you can go left and right, you want some kind of numbering system that indicates, I suppose, number of clicks maybe? Number of clicks. So if it was numbered, it would go 1 click, 2 click, 3 click. Then I'd have to go back to A, B, C down here and then number the system. So -1 click. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. It's a funny one. So anyway, just to reiterate, ready for the G-code. Few changes since the last few videos. Feet, just in a tripods type of thing. Renumbering this system, put the bevels on. Bevel is edge so it looks a bit better. And I'm just gonna have a ponder over the numbering system. Gotta find a good way of numbering it. Is this similar to something? Is it similar to something else, I wonder? Can't work out why that one's so dark there compared to the rest. That's weird, isn't it? It's like I've checked it. It's just the effects, the lighting effects. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna work out how we're gonna do this numbering system. But so yeah, that's the changes. It was the mat. Let's have something new on. What we're gonna have. Let's have that one on. Let's have one there. That's it. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's have a look at the first one I made with this tiny pico. Yeah, tiny pico. Yeah. Back to the tack module. Okay, that's going to about do it. I'm going to go and have a look at Unexpected Maker's live stream now, if he's still on. If he hasn't gone. And I will keep you updated and ponder over how to do this numbering system for the best. Got to be quick and logical without too much thinking. That's the thing. Right. Okay, I've been Dave from UPass. Thanks for watching. And any ideas, leave in the comments, please, if you've got any ideas. You never know, someone might have a brilliant idea. I haven't studied many of these kind of systems. Someone who works in factories or they develop storage systems, they might have the ideal numbering system or whatever. So if they have, let me know. I'll try not to do too much labeling. Maybe I could do black and red, so, or blue and red. So so you got a black in the black, and in the minus is red. And what will he end up as? Hang on, let's just see what's right on the back of this one. 12. So 12's on the back of that. So if we had, we'd have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So we'd have an oddball one. Got an oddball one. So we'd have them around here, then this would, what would that have to be? It can't be, so A, B, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Wouldn't be L, because this would be K, minus K, and this would be plus K. So this would be, don't know what that would be. And you've always got the option as well to lose this bay entirely. I thought the other day about having extra slots here, like 4 slots, so you can access it. But then that would be facing the back of you, wouldn't it? That would be at the back of you. And you could turn the whole thing round, leave the base where it is, just move these 3 around as they are. So that if it had another slot here, if I lost this bay, this L bay or 12, and made it exactly the same as that at the front, accessible, with another slot on top, and another blank there, whatever you did there, movement-wise, you'd have the same effect this end. So you could have 0 again there, so you could have A, B, C, D, E. And you got another one there that's an oddball one. Hang on, let's try it this way. A, B, C, D, E. And you got F with nothing in it. So F. Then you'd have to go A, B, C, D, E. So again, we're back to the square one where we've, no pun intended, where we've got a problem numbering this one and that one there. So unless we go back to the clicky idea, unless we go back to A, B, C, D, and we have number of clicks, that's starting to make more sense now. Because you move it, so 1 click, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks, 6 clicks, so still back to the problem there though. And if you come this way, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clicks. So it's 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then we've got this bit here. No way to describe how to access it. Does it have to have pouches? It doesn't really have to have them. But it seems a shame not to have them if you can store stuff in them. You could mill them out, but don't put anything in them. Or you could have other accessible points, but you can't access them through the handles. The handles. Or we could lose those bays. So we've got oddball anyway. We've got 23. So what we could we'd have to lose 2, wouldn't we? We'd lose 2 perhaps, and have a third bay here. Probably going mad now. I don't want to have too many different versions of this, though. So trying to make it logical, work by clicks. Hey, I've just had a thought, an idea here. If you had another set of slots down here, exactly the same as around like that, you could sit on a table. You could sit next to opposite someone on a table. The guy this side could pick and place stuff onto the board from this side, and the guy here could pick and place stuff from onto this side. But how would they? How would they? They'd be fighting over the position of it. Yeah, it's going crazy now. Unless the one person does the movement, and it exposes the parts that the guy needs for his side is here. Exposed, so he doesn't actually do any movement. The one guy does the movement and exposes the bays here from this position, and then he can pick and place this side onto it. I've never seen that. 2 people pick and place in the same thing across the desk. So that's just another idea. Obviously you got 10 ideas. 1 is genius and the other 9 are crazy, nuts. Missing me live stream. You can't really miss a live stream, can you? You can miss it being live, but you can see it. You can join it live and then watch it back if you want to. So there's some ideas. So we could lose this bay and that bay completely, but then why lose it? I mean, it doesn't exist really there. It's there, but I'm just trying to speed things up. So pick and place from both sides. It sounds good, but in practicality, probably. Maybe it's an option. What would you call that? A dual user pick and place. Manual pick and place, dual user. But then you could have a square table and lose the handles, and then have another one of these slots there and there. And you could have 4 people pick and place. You'd have to race to get the right bits. No, that's silly. You'd all be in each other's way, wouldn't you? Unless you did your own board each, but then... Unless you spun it around, I don't know. See, maybe you could do this. Maybe if you set this... Or just pondering ideas here. I know it's nuts. Alright. So, if you did have a dual one, you could each have a board each. One there, one there. And this guy could put the resistors on while the other guy's putting in the capacitors. And when you're finished, you just literally spin the whole thing round. Why would you do that though? You could spin the T around. Why would you do that? Let's have a look. So if I did spin the top round instead, let me get rid of that. So when I finish putting all my bits on, hang on. So I finished putting all my resistors on. and the guy's finished putting his capacitors on. I'm sitting at the back. Then I want then to put the resistors on that he hasn't fitted yet, and he wants to put his capacitors on mine that I've only just fitted the resistors. So then I just spin it round. When I'm ready, I spin it round like that. And then I end up with his board, and he ends up with mine. And I put more resistors on my side, and he puts his capacitors on. And then I select, when he's finished and I've finished, I select some different rows here. Transistors, maybe. So I put then my transistors on, and he has something else, inductors or whatever. Something else. And he does his, then I spin it round again. Back to me again. Yeah. And when they're all finished, you take them off and put 2 new boards on. Yeah. Just ideas. It's probably good to... I normally think of ideas like this, but then I forget them. When I'm driving or something or working, I'll forget them later. And I can't remember the ideas again unless I try and write them down. Right. So that's just some ideas. I'm not going to implement them, but I'm going to keep it as it is. Otherwise, we never get a physical one ready. But the back seems to be wasted at the minute. It does seem to be wasted. Mind you, say if you say for instance, if I build up so many parts from this side, and then I'm ready to do other kinds of stuff like connectors and stuff, or header pins or something like that, I could just grab the whole lot. I'd leave that there, wouldn't I? So I'd grab that, and that. The base would have to stay because that's on rubber feet. So then I would go on, snap to it, you bugger. Is that it? Yeah. Right. So that's not even doing. Oh yeah. What's it doing? It's got a mum of its own, it says. Oh yeah, because I'm trying to turn all of it. Right, so having cut out the back, I want access to the other side now, different kinds of components. So I'd leave the base. Would I leave the base where it is, or would I swap the whole thing round? I can't twizzle the base because it's on rubber feet. I can pick it up and turn it. That's the last thing you want to do, start picking it up and turning it. So, to get loads of other components, I could just spin the whole thing around like that. Okay. And this would have the cutout again, and then I could start assembling from this section, pick and placing from here. Yeah, pick and place from this side then. So you could do that. You could have what you don't want to do is have your resistor here, then have to spin it all the way around to get one, and then back again. Pick it. Maybe you wouldn't move it back, but you wouldn't necessarily move it back. No, you've got to move that anyway to get at it. I don't know. It's a bit of a... You'll have to just build it. Could be a real minefield to think about it. Like, I don't think you can... What it wants is a simulation. I need like a writer program that can... Basically like a fruit machine that spins it. You put in the bin number you're after, and it'll bring it round for you in the animation, so you can see how it works. And let's just build one now anyway. Hang on, what I haven't done is have a look at what that looks like. See, when you're not lined up, it looks okay. Yeah. So let's build. I'll have to build it. Okay, let's just undo all that rotation business. Yeah, we'll build it. Yeah, so like I say, I was going to do some G-code today, wasn't I? Yeah. Yeah, started doing it. Hang on. So you got your original model pieces set out each tier. So I'll have one base, 3 middles, and 1 top. Yeah, I think that'll do it for today. It's getting late now, so I'll do some G-code another day. Got to split these up and then create the G-code. I had to scrap all that previous G-code. Every time I change the design, you have to scrap the G-code they've already been doing. Yeah, that's the only problem with that. But it made it easy for myself, so these all line up now, exactly. They line up to the X and Y. And that's still got the old 4 pin, 4 feet. It's got to have the triangle. I don't know if I like the 4 feet or the 3 feet. Anyway. Okay. I'm gone again. Dave from UPass signing off again. Thanks for watching. Leave any comments if you want to about any ideas. If you've got some brilliant idea that will solve some of these problems, or whether you've got a link to something that's similar or some kind of system in the workplace that has a similar kind of selection capability, or don't know. Alright, Dave from UPass.